going on? Today we're going to do two versions of the Old Fashioned. One way is going to be a little bit more towards the classical way on how to make it, and the other one's going to be kind of like a little bit more modern way, maybe a way that might appeal a little bit more to more people. But I'm going to do them one at a time, that way I don't get messed up. I'm gonna start off making it the classic way, or closer to the classic way, should I say. Alright. So I'm gonna use, for the classic way, I'm gonna use Rye Whiskey, Bullet. It's a good one. Oops. 3 ounces. Now typically, the classic way, you would use sugar cube when making this. You would use a sugar cube, and you would use bitters, which I am going to use bitters, and then you would like muddle it, but I like simple syrup, and right now I don't have any cube sugar, so we're going to use 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I started out making it like this way, or even the classical, even more classical way, by the muddling of the sugar cube and everything. But I kind of, sometimes I just make it differently. What I got is Angostura aromatic bitters. It calls for about like 4 dashes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For the other version, I'm going to use both of them. It's from the same company, Angostura, but this one's the orange bitters. So we've got 4 dashes, sugar, 1/2 ounce, 3 ounces of liquor, and we can go ahead and start stirring it. You want to stir it for about like 30 seconds maybe. So you're mixing the sugar with the spirit. You're also cooling down the drink. You're also diluting the drink with the ice. And typically, to be honest, you wouldn't use like ice like this. You would use like one big ice cube to be a little bit more classical, but I don't have that. Alright, that's probably good. Now, we're gonna go ahead and use an orange peel and then a lemon peel. So this is one of my oranges that I've used before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna express the oils, this part. Kind of rub the edge. We'll give it that little citrusy smell and taste. Let's do a better one. Alright, same thing, express the oils, so that way it gets that smell and aroma. And you know what, I'm gonna use the bigger one. I'm gonna put them both in the drink, just like that. And then what I'm using is Luxardo maraschino cherries. These are the only cherries I use in any of my cocktails. Do not get those dyed bright red ones, they're nasty. And I'll just throw it in there. Just add a little dab of syrup in there, just give it a little extra sweetness, flavor. You got to, but. So this is more of the classic way. It's not the exact classic way, but it's more of the classic way to make it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make the way that maybe more, it might appeal to more people. So what I'm gonna use is an orange peel, or half a wheel, or wedge. I'll use a wedge, sorry. Just something like that, you know. And same thing, half an ounce. Simple syrup. Now typically, like I said, sugar cube, bitters, muddle it, but we're using what we got. And I like to use this one, it's orange bitters. I do 2 dashes, and then 2 dashes of the aromatic bitters. Kind of like 2.5 really. And then we'll do a little bit of muddling. If you don't have one of these, you can use anything. Although one of them hammers, or you know, the kitchen hammer, or anything that's kind of blunt. And just muddle a little bit. The orange. Gets a little bit of that juice in there. Also, it kind of expresses the oils in the orange as well. Get it, you know, kind of even more bitter too. But don't do it so hard. You're not trying to I don't know, mash the hell out of it. Just get it to where you get some flavor in there. And oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Got to throw a cherry in there. That's actually what you're supposed to muddle as well. Sorry. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put some ice in it. And for this one, we're going to use bourbon. It's a little bit more sweeter than rye whiskey, should I say. Same thing, 3 ounces. Ooh. It's kind of the reason why you're not really supposed to pour out of a big liquor bottle. It's not easily controlled, but I got big bottles because I like them, so I'm not going to buy a small bottle. Alright, so we've muddled a cherry, an orange wedge, and we'll put some bitters in there, some simple syrup. Now I'm going to stir it, to stir the sugar, the juices, and spirit. You said about 30 seconds or so. You're trying to dilute the drink, but chill it as well. Probably about good. Now, it has an orange peel in there. I can go ahead and just do a lemon peel. Now, same thing, express the oils. And since we muddled the cherry, and you probably won't taste it, throw another one in there. I think my cherry got lost on the bottom. You throw a little bit more ice just for the presentation. Usually it wouldn't sit that long. But for the sake of the video, the ice is melting and all that. So this is both of them. Like I said, with the classic, you're gonna taste well, fuck it, here. Just show y'all what it looks like. All right. Let's go ahead and try it. Yeah, they're both good. What I would say is, with the classic way, you're gonna have to a little bit like the taste of alcohol a little bit more. You know, or whatever you're putting in it, whether it's rye or bourbon, you're gonna have to be able to like that taste. This is not a super fruity drink. This is not, you know, a super sweet and fruity. It has a little bit of sugar, the simple syrup, but it's not pronounced as that. It's definitely a spirits drink. So I wouldn't say it's like a man's drink, but you gotta like the spirit for sure. For the second one, the more of the modern take on it, it tastes very similar, but it's just a little bit more sweeter, a little bit, you know, more of the bourbon flavor, and it's a little bit more, you could taste a little bit more of the orange because of the muddling, you know. So, I mean, if I had to just choose one, you know, someone put a gun in my head and I only got to drink one cocktail for the rest of my life out of these two, I'd probably choose the second one, the more modern version, this one. But I very much enjoy both of them. I started out making this one pretty much how it was, and then now I kind of sometimes make this one, but yeah. But let me know what y'all think, guys, and you know, maybe you could try it out. Some people use club soda or mineral water. They kind of put that in. That's more like the modern use of it, but I don't like to do that. I don't put that in my in my old fashions. But maybe you might like that. I don't know. But yeah, try them out. Let me know what y'all think. All right, take it easy.